talking today. Maybe you can review back the recording lah. Okay, my name is Nizam from library, and first of all, I would say thank you to Dr. Noramiza for inviting library to give this session. And basically, this session, I will cover more on the library resources and services. And let's say if you have any questions regarding on how to get the access to our collection or library collection, you can ask. Maybe you can post your question in the question or the chat box, or you can raise your hand and you can throw out your question. Okay. Let me share my screen first. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Good. So all of you here will be doing your FYP. So basically, the requirement will be to get the resources. The authenticate resources through the library resources. So basically, all of you, I think, have experience go or access to the library portal. Okay. And for today's session, I will just give a brief information to let you refresh. Okay. All right. What you will learn for today, first of all, will be the introduction to library resources, discover content by subject, information seeking, library search engine, search a technique, evaluation criteria, ethics, Mendeley, and the last one will be the Q&A. Okay. So I will start with the a bit of definition of the academic writing. Okay, taken from the University of Leeds. The academic writing is clear, concise, focused, structured, and backed by evidence. Okay, it has formal tone and style, but it is not complex and does not require the use of long sentences and complicated vocabulary. So, in the way that you are doing your FYP right now, it can be considered as academic writing. So, this writing or the academic writing have a specific characteristic that you need to comply. Okay, so there is 4 characteristics of academic writing. The first one will be plan and focus, which is to answer the question and demonstrate the understanding of the subject or topic that you've been chosen to do in your academic writing. And then the second one will be the structured, coherent, written in logical order, and brings together related points and material. Evidence, okay, if you starting the academic writing, it must be backed by evidence. This including taken from the previous research or any journals, books, and so on. Okay, and the last one will be the formal in tone and style. You need to use the appropriate language, tense, and it must be clear, concise, and balanced. All right. The next will be the research writing process. This is just for your information. And to start a research, of course, you need to choose a topic. And then once you choose a topic, you need to explore the background information related to the topic that you've chosen. And the next will be the find and evaluate sources, because as you know, there is so many informations that are available. Even if you Google something like one search terms, you Google it, and so many information will come out. Okay, so you need to find and evaluate the sources. Next will be the write your paper, and the last one, once you write your paper, you need to cite your source. Okay, by doing the bibliography like APE, MLA, and so on. Okay, the library resources. For library, we have e-books, books, thesis, AV material, final year project. This one you can refer to the final year project, past final year project at the library portal. Online database, past year exam paper, magazine and journals. So in total, we have approximately like 140K plus books, 20K plus ebooks, 22K as a paper, 95 journal, 21 online database, 2 million theses in progress dissertation thesis, 3K plus for FYP, and five online journal packages. So these are the resources that you can refer through the library that are available in the library collection. Okay. Okay, in the library we have several platforms for you to use to search for the library collections. Okay, the first one will be the recommended book collections. Okay, this one for you to search a book title by subject code. Let's say if you want to know what textbooks that been used in subject A, for example, you can use recommended book collection to view the book list. And then we have a library OPAC. This one for you to search library printed and media collections plus ebooks. Okay. Normally, library OPAC, you can for you to search for books. For example, you need to get the column. And then for the Mulia 3.0, this one for you to search online database content and the peer-reviewed article. Actually, for Mulia 3.0 is sort of like a search engine, like Google, whereby this system will crawl all the informations, in library database. Okay, and then for the search A to Z here is for you to search for journal title subscribed by the library. And then for the database journal subscription is the list of database subscribed by the library. And the digital library, this one for you to get the other resources like final year project, MMU thesis, final year exam paper. So that one fall under digital library. All right, so I will quickly show you where to view this platform. Okay, for the recommended, you go to the library portal. For the recommended book collections, okay, this one you can see on the library portal here, we have several tabs here, and we have like a search bar here. Okay, for Mulia 2.0, okay, if I click here, you can put any keywords here. For example, I click to the search for knowledge management. Okay, and then if we go to this page, and you will see all the result of the items that related to the system that I key in before, knowledge management here. Okay, and then for the library OPAC here, also the same, you can put any keywords here. For example, I put a consumer behavior, for example. So it will go to the library OPAC portal. So you can view, for example, this one. We have a call number and the one copy available and the location at Melaka. Okay. Okay, library OPAC search A to Z. This one you can put any journal. For example, this one I will search for the journal like Journal of Modern Project Management. Okay. Continue. Okay, this one. So let's say if I found the journals, the journal titles, so I will click to this one to view where database that I can get this particular journal. Okay, so that one would be for the journal search A to Z. But for this one, you need to be more specific. Let's say you need to identify the year, the volume and issue that you want to view, okay? Because it will give a lot of hits. Okay, for example, just now, okay, this one, Journal of Modern Project Management. So you need to be more specific here. You need to choose. First, you need to choose the year, and then you need to select the issues and or volume for here. For example, volume 9, for example. And then the database general subscriptions. This one you can go to the 100 digital library through ebooks and database. Let's say if you're accessing the off-campus access, you need to click to this one. And again, you need to log in to your CAMSIS account here. Okay. Once you log in, you will see this kind of database listing over here. Okay. And the last one will be the digital library. This one for you to view the final year project and MUTCs. From the library portal, you can straight away over to the digital library. Under here, you can view the final year project. For example, here, you can click to this given link. Okay, so far, is there any problem for you to access these contents from your home? Anyone? Okay, okay, all right. So in that case, so I will proceed to the next slides. So for the information searching, again, this one for your reference. For the search engine like Mulia 2.0, OPAC, Search A to Z, Pioneer Project, online database and MMUTCs, you can search using the keyword search, phrase search, truncation search, or Boolean search. Okay, for the recommended book collections on the past year exam paper, you need to search by subject code. So these two different searching for the search engine. Okay. All right. For online database that you can use for the IT for FCI, okay, you can use this type of database for to support your FYP lah. Okay, the first one, Scopus, okay, ProQuest dissertation and thesis, and then we also subscribe to Springer Link, and then Science Direct. Okay. Next will be the engineering and information technology. Okay, normally for engineering and IT, they will use the ACM digital library, and then IEEE Explore digital library. So these two will be the main, I would say, the main core database that you need to refer to. Okay, and again, to access off campus, you need to log in to using your CAMSIS account. Okay, username will be your student ID and then your password. Okay, for example, once I log into Open Athens or off campus, okay, I will go to the ACM Digital Library. Still loading for ACM, so I will show about the IEEE. Okay, once you log in, okay, you are authenticate, you can immediately see, normally all the database will prompt like this indicator. Okay, for example, for IEEE, they have like access provided by Multimedia University. So whenever you see this indication, it shows that you already authenticate user, so you can search for any titles or any journal or article that you want through this database within our subscription lah. Let's say if you already authenticate as a Multimedia University user, but when you perform your search and basically the database only give you something like abstract and no available full text for you to download, it indicates that that particular journal or article is not within the library subscription lah. Okay, for example, for this one, I search for artificial. Okay, so maybe I limit to the journal. Apply. So basically, for this IEEE database, you can straight away see, let's say they have like, okay, this indicator, the unlock and the green color here. When you hover your cursor here, it will tell you included in your digital subscription. So for this particular title, you can download the PDF. For example, this one, I click to the PDF icon, and it will prompt me the actual full text PDF, and then you can immediately save into your computer lah. Okay, you can click download here. Okay. Alright, that one for the journal. For books, for example, let's say if you want to search for books, you need to click to the library object. Again here, maybe I want to view like book. For example, I click search. So in the, I use virtual reality as my search terms. So in the OPAC, it will be automatically appear here. Okay, for example, for this book, this is the call number, the year of publication, and then the status, the book is available. And let's say if you want to borrow this book, you can copy the call number and get it at the library, and you search at the library shelf, okay, to get this book. That one will be for the books. Okay. All right. The call number. Okay. I will give you a brief introduction for the call number. Basically, I think all of you very familiar with this. Okay. Normally, the call number will be found at the book spine. Okay. And this call number will be the the identification for books lah. Okay, it will show the items location in the library, and it will show you where the location of the books basically. Okay, for MNU library, we use Library of Congress classification. So it will have like alphanumeric classification system where they have like the first one, the broader subject area will be in the alphabet, and then followed by the numbers for the subject areas, authors, last name, and the year of publications. And normally the books will be shelved, and you need to read from left to right. For example, for this one will be the first entry for the books, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, as you can see for this one, Q before QA, okay, and then you followed by the third books here, QA, and then you need to look at the numbers, okay. 76.51 must be before 76.6, and so on. Okay. So that will be the arrangement books at the call number at the shelf. Okay. Everything okay so far? Good. Right. Okay, let's move on to the information seeking process. Okay. This is the process of information seeking. The cycle will be of course, if you want to get the informations about something, first you need to have the desire or needs to get that particular information, and then once you have that particular desire or need, you perform the seeking, and then you evaluate the information, you select the best information for you, and the last one will be the using the information. Why this cycle is very important? Because nowadays, due to the vast amount of information in the information management studies, we call it information explosion. Okay, where as you can see now on the internet, everybody can post anything. All right. Even for example at Wikipedia, okay, it's open. Everyone can contribute the information into the Wikipedia. However, how many of us know that that information deposit in the Wikipedia is correct? Okay, the authenticity of the information. So with that, once the information is too much, it causes the information overload. So information overload is the phenomena when you didn't know how to select the information. You didn't know which one is right and which one is wrong. Okay, so that's why you need to evaluate your information. Okay, the strategy will be the first one, developing your search term. Okay, any information searching process. If you want to get any resources from the library, for example, you need to have a specific search term. For example, let's say if you interested to do or your FYP related to artificial intelligence, for example, okay, you need to have like alternative search term for the artificial intelligence. Okay, for example, the information, the artificial intelligence, you can also search using the AI, right? As part of the if you search for AI, everybody if you ask everybody about AI, what is AI? So everybody automatically know AI will be referred to artificial intelligence. So in developing your search terms, you need to include AI as part of your search. Okay, and then for the search technique, you can use any technique that you want, like phrase search, keyword search, and so on. And there's a search engine and tools. What are tools that you will use when you search for the information? Okay, in the library environment, let's say if you want to search through the library, you can use the Mulia 3.0, OPAC, database, and so on. Okay. Next will be the evaluation criteria. Okay, what type of information that you need? Maybe in terms of the accuracy or the timeliness of the material itself. Okay, maybe in your FYP, your lecturer already said, give the condition like, okay, only resources published 5 years back will be counted as a reference for your FYP. Okay, so you need to evaluate based on timeliness and then the accuracy of the item itself. Okay, and the last one will be the ethics in using. Ethics in using will cover on the bibliographics and the citation. So later on, this one I will cover. Okay. Next will be the information seeking process, the search technique. Okay, the first one will be the keyword search. Okay, the best use when you are searching for subject terms, distinctive words, jargon, or slang. It will show more result, but may not be precise. Okay, for the keyword search, it's very straightforward. For example, for this one, I use the maybe sensing, for example. This will be called as the my keyword search, network sensing. Okay. Okay. It will show more result but may not be precise. And then we go to the phrase search. Okay, particular order which they appear. Okay, use quotation mark and symbol. Okay, and to improve the precision of result. The difference is between these two, keyword and phrase search, is you input or you use the quotation marks as part of your keyword search. Okay, for example, for this one, okay, you search for network sensing. For this one, 74,000 something. See, the search result will already narrow down because previously I just put network sensing as without quotation marks. So the system will search network as one result, sensing is another result or entity. So the result will be huge. Okay. So why I use the quotation marks? So the result search here will be dramatically reduced to 187. So by right, you can see that, okay, it shows that this particular paper is very related to the network sensing. Okay. And then truncation, add wildcard symbol. Okay, some database may use different symbol. And for example, for truncation, let's say if you want to search for banks, okay, you put the wildcard symbol here, asterisk here, and the result will be show banks, bank with S, bankers, and etc. Macam, let's say for woman, here maybe from the US and UK spelling is different, some with A, some with E. So if you use this truncation, the system will automatically select both. Okay. And then we go to the Boolean operator here. I think it's very common one. NO, not here. Basically, all the database, commercial database, they have this particular function. Again, I go to the IEEE. I go to advanced search. Okay, search term, for example, here again, I put like artificial intelligence, and maybe I want to know in for example, okay, research. Okay, so if when you do this kind of advanced search, the result will be focusing on artificial intelligence and the hospital. Okay, the next term will be the hospital. Okay. For this one, okay, let's say if you use or function, it will broadening your search term. Okay, for this one. And for you, if you want to narrow your search, you need to use the Boolean operator and not. For example, for this one, technology and car. Okay, and the second one will be car, not truck. So this search will be yield technology and car. So any result relating technology and truck will be dismissed. Okay. And again, we need to refine, filter your limits, okay, to help you to improve the precision. Okay, for example, for this one, we can always uh, select the year. For example, if you want only from 2000 paper onwards, you can always filter, and it will automatically do the filtering for you, and it make your life easier to get all the reference that you want. Okay. Okay, this one will be the some of the graphics that you can refer. Okay, for and, or, and not Boolean operators. For and, again, for and, this one, if we search, let's say I search for puppy and kitten. If I put and here, it will search both puppy and kitten. If I put or, it will search all of it, either term, puppy or kitten. And let's say if I use not, it will choose only one term, for example, puppy, not kitten, and the result will be appear only puppy here. Okay. Okay, so we move on to the evaluations of the paper. Okay, actually they have 5 criteria for you to take a look at. The first one will be the authority. Who is the author or creator? Does the author qualified? And though they have the credibility? And normally, let's say if you search through library, database, journals, basically they all I mean the scholarly publication, and uh, and I can say that most of the time the authority will be there for that particular information, unless let's say if you search for the paper like through Google and so on, you need to take extra measures to make sure that the paper is the right by the right person. Okay. And the accuracy and the quality, information data should be accurate and verifiable, such as the methodology, they have reference and review and so on. And again, let's say if you download from the library database, subtract database, normally those information has been verified by the publishers. So I suggest to you that to get the information, please go to library database. Okay. And the objectivity purpose, okay, you need to of course you need to read the purpose of the paper lah. Okay, normally they do have like an abstract and so on. You need to read through whether that particular article is related to your topic or not. Okay. And the currency will be the up-to-date information, like I mentioned before. Maybe in your case, in your doing your FYP, maybe your lecturer has set a guidelines. Okay, only 5 years back paper or article will be accepted. So you need to check with your lecturer lah. Okay. And normally for science and tech, you need to look at the recent or new development. Okay. Because the technology is rapidly changing, okay, you need to check on that lah. Maybe the recent one will be more suitable for you. While for the social sciences students, maybe they need they may not restricted to view only the recent publication only. Maybe they need to refer back to the old one. Okay, and then for the coverage and relevant, you need to check whether that particular articles the contents is relevant, the coverage is relevant to your topic before you select that particular paper. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the information seeking ethics. Okay, of course, if you use others' findings or others' informations or articles from others authors, you need to use in ethical manner lah. Okay. Rule of thumb, you need to give a credit or acknowledgement to original author by doing a citation and reference. For example, in your FYP, let's say you are required to use reference minimum 20, okay, 20 paper or 20 paper plus books, for example, okay. In your reference bibliographic section, you need to have 20 reference will reflect to the numbers of reference that you use in your paper, okay. And avoid plagiarism. Do not copy and paste, because this one will be a huge factor for you in the future, okay, because plagiarism is not something like allowed in the academic writing, okay. And again, comply with copyright law and digital copyright law, okay. And normally for the fair use, you can use for the educational purpose and non-commercial purpose, okay. The file sharing, you may also not permitted to do the file sharing on web or photocopy the whole book, okay. This one is ethics in the information seeking. Okay, this just for your information, the ethics for the Copyright Act. Okay, you can focus on the penalty here. If you guilty of the offense, you can be fined up to 10K to 50K or 5 years imprisonment or both. Okay, this is type of a penalty that will be imposed to any of the person who guilty. Okay. This also the Educational Institution Discipline Act. Okay. It clearly stated that you shall not plagiarize any ideas, writing, data, or invention belonging to other person. Okay. This is all the disciplinary punishment. Okay. Because right now you are doing your final year project, so you need to be more serious, I must say, to do your writing. So please adhere to this particular act that been endorsed. Okay. This is some of the cases that have example of the cases that have been found. Okay. You can see this some of the prominent figure. Okay, public figure. Even the president of Hungary. Okay, this one. He forced to step down from his position because the media found out that he do plagiarism for his thesis. Okay, master thesis or PhD thesis. I'm not remember. Okay, so let's say, okay, in the future, if you are prominent figures or maybe you are public figure and so on. So let's see, is your rival or maybe your competitors know about your weakness, your past. It can use that particular actions against you. Okay, so be careful. All right. So that one will be the ethics on the example of case that happening. So I move on to the how to be ethical. Of course, the first one for the copyright, you need not posting other work without their permission, not share file with others even maybe you have subscribed. This one including the journal articles that you have. Let's say you download that particular articles and then you host it at Google Drive and share with everyone. That one would be the illegal. So remember the 4 factors of fair use. Okay. And for the plagiarism, you need to give a credit or acknowledgement to the original author. You never copy the whole things. First, you need to rephrase and cite. Okay, never copy and paste. Because let's say if you move on to the next level, like you continue your study, doing your masters, and later on your PhD, this plagiarism will be taken more seriously at the highest level lah. Okay, your supervisor may use the software to check the plagiarism or the similarities percentage. Okay, for MMU, I'm not remember how many percents that they will that we accepted, how many similarities, how many percent similarities. So at the end of the day, what you need to do is just rephrase the whole sentence or findings, and do not forget to cite. Okay. Okay, for tools, okay, faculty or university will use Turnitin for plagiarism check. Okay, this one I will mention before. I'm not sure at your level for FYP. I'm not sure whether they use this software to check. As far as I know, for masters and PhD, they use this software, okay, to check how many percent similarities. Okay, and however, there are some other tools online that can be used, so you can deposit your paper and then you can self check how many percent. Okay, and the last one will be the reference and citation. Okay, first you should have in-text citations in your body or your text, and then the last one you need to have a reference and bibliography list, and of course you use the citation style that been recommended or suggested by your lecturer, APA or MLA. Okay. So for FCI, which citation style that you need to use? APA or MLA? APA, okay. So basically, you know how to write how to write the citation, right? The format, or you didn't know? Okay. Okay. It's okay. Later on, I will share with you the easiest way to do that. Okay. The most important thing is know how to use information ethically and legally is important. Okay. And being an information literate individual. All right. Okay, we move to. Can I just use APA searching? Yeah. Okay, you can use that. And normally, the software that I want to introduce to you later on will be more helpful, in my opinion. Okay, let's say if you have like any alternative like APA citation generator that you feel that is very useful for you, yes, go ahead, you can use it. However, the later on I will show you the software that for me is very helpful and easy to use. Okay, I will show you later on. Right. All right. Okay. Okay. I will cover a bit about the citation. Okay, citation. Like I mentioned before, you need to cite any figures, facts that you use in your FYP. Okay. So in the citation itself, they have elements, which is author's names, title of books, articles, and journal, date of publication, page number, volume, and issue numbers. This one is for articles. Okay, these are basic elements in citations that you must include. Okay. All right. Citation may look different depending what is being cited. For example, books will be different from articles, chapters, webpage, and so on. Okay. And there is, I think, in this world, a lot of citation style that been created. However, for us, Normally we use APA and MLA. Okay, these two. Okay, what to cite information, facts and figures, full sentence, and exact phrase or words from a person. Okay, that will be the elements or things that you need to cite in your paper. Okay, this is the example of the citation style. Okay, APA style here, MLA style. Okay, for HPE, okay, they have a different citation style. Okay. All right. The first one, there should be a 7 name appear. Okay, last name for first followed by initial. If more than 7, you need to list first 6 authors and use ellipses. Okay. So let's say if the paper have 7 authors, only 6 you list out. Okay, followed by the ellipses. Okay, before placing the last author names. Okay. Okay, use ampersand for 2 to 7 authors. If no authors, use the title as main entry. Okay. And arrange by alphabetical order using hanging indentation. And italize and maintain punctuation, capitalization for journal title, book title as shorter works. Okay. This one is source taken by the ABA style OWL to do. Okay, this one is basically for the information for you, for your information lah. Okay, in text citation. Okay, in text citation is the things that you need to put in your text or main body of your FYP. Okay, normally in the previous study lah, I think maybe chapter 1, something like that, in background study, you need to put something like previous research and so on. So you will use more, I mean, you will use more in text citation in that particular chapter. I think in chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so for in text citation, normally for long, short, long, and direct quotation. Okay, James will be the author name that you taken from journal A, for example, followed by year. You have a quotation marks. Okay, and then you put the the findings in bracket, page number. Okay, for the first box here, short and long quotation or direct quotation is you basically you copy and paste from a journal into your work. Okay, this is a direct quotation. Okay, by doing this, you need to perform like as you can see on the screen lah. You need to put the quotation marks and the page number. Okay, and the second one will be the for this one. Okay, you put the findings or the sentence you taken from other journal in quotation marks, and then you put a bracket, author's name, year, and the page number. Okay. Okay. And indirect source. Okay, indirect source means that, let's say if you read paper A, okay, in the paper A, suddenly the authors put findings from paper B. Okay, at that moment you read that particular statement from paper A. Okay, and the paper A quote findings from paper B. However, and in that time you didn't have access to paper B, but you want to use quotations from paper B that you read from paper A. Okay, so it will fall under indirect source. Okay, so you need to do something like this lah. Okay, Johnson will be the paper A that you read. Okay, followed by the findings or sentence that you want to use in your body. Aside in Smith, Smith will be the paper B lah. Okay, and next will be the summary of paraphrase. Okay, this will be the most recommended things that I advise to you to use when you want to write in your FYP. Okay. For example, the first one, according to Azman Mohamed. Okay, Azman Mohamed will be the author. In bracket, year of publication, followed by the the findings that you have summarized and using your own words. Okay. So this one would be the most recommended one lah. You have to summary or you have to paraphrase that particular sentence or ideas taken from others paper. Okay, because if you do this, let's say if you submit your FYP to software for plagiarism checking, the numbers or percentage will be lower compared to direct quotation here. Okay, if you use direct quotation, maybe 10 out of 20 reference that you use the direct quotation, the chances of your paper similarities getting higher is quite high. Okay, the percentage will be quite high. So I suggest you to use the summary and paraphrase lah here. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the more than one author here. If you have a two author, you need to put the author name lah. Okay, John and Don here, for example, followed by the findings, and 3 to 5 authors. First, you need to list all, and the second time you need to use you only quote first author and followed by et al. Here. Okay. It's okay. This one later on I will show the software. Okay. Okay. Citation management software. So far, any questions from you guys?
No.
Okay, all right. So I move on to the citation management software. So previous slide, you already know the structure of the citation, the format, and so on. But luckily for you, today we have the the technology to do all these things for us. Okay. The Bibliographic citation management software. Okay, this is a tool to help us to manage all your reference lah, and automatically generate the citation format. Let's say, okay. For MMU, I encourage you to download the software Mendeley. This one, Mendeley. Okay. And for Mendeley, it is a free academic software. Okay. You can download into your PC, and then it is a cross platform. You can use in the Windows environment or Mac, Linux, and so on. Okay, and it is compatible in a major browser because some for Mendeley they have something like add-on features at Chrome. I think the Chrome extension for Mendeley, if I'm not mistaken. So it will help you a lot to capture those reference information. I must say. Okay, they have a desktop version, web version, and mobile version. Right. This one just for the basic information for Mendeley. Okay. You can go to the www.mendeley.com. Okay, first you need to create the free account here. You can use your own personal account. Never, it's okay. You can use your own personal account. Once you create the free account here, and the system will allow you to download the software lah. Okay, this is the Mendeley desktop. Okay, for example, here all these reference we store in your library. We call it library here. Okay, for example, you need to have like 50 reference or 50 paper that you need to have in, you need to include in your FYP. Then you need to import that particular paper 50 here, 50 paper here also. You need to import here, so that the system will automatically help you generate the so-called the citation. Okay, this is the Mendeley Web. Okay, for the Mendeley Web, once you log into Mendeley Web, let's say if you add your, if you going to campus or something, you go to the library, for example, you can always save or download the paper through the Mendeley Web, and if you go back and then let's say if you finish your work, you already importing all the things inside the Mendeley Web. When you go back to your house or your hostel, for example, you open the PC that that have the Mendeley desktop installed, so it will automatically synchronize between the web version into the desktop version. Okay, provided you have internet connection. Okay, when you open your Mendeley desktop, and the system will be automatically synchronized. So any changes that you do using the Mendeley Web will be automatically reflect inside your Mendeley desktop. Okay. So this one for the adding document. Okay, you can add files and so on. Okay, I will show you the software. I have pre-installed the software inside my PC here. Okay. Alright, for example, this is all the reference that I want to include in my assignments. Okay, for example, I have a lot of assignments, so I don't want this particular files will make me confused which one for which assignments. What I need to do is just create new folder. Okay, for example, here I want assignment 1, for example. Okay, assignment 1. So I go back to all documents. So for example, I want this particular paper to be inside my assignment 1. So I just drag this here for my 4 paper here inside assignment 1. Okay, so when I click this folder, so when I click to this folder, automatically this one will be appear in my folder. So in the way that it can help you to organize the paper lah. Huh? Okay. Another way is, let's say, for example, let's say if you search for the paper using the IEEE Explore for this one just now, okay. Let's say I want to add this reference inside my Mendeley. What I need to do is first, okay, I click to this title. All right. So normally they have like side this and so on. Okay. Maybe you click this, they will automatically give you this particular information for you to put the citation, copy and paste. Okay. But for me, it's important for you like to use this Mendeley software because later on when you write the findings, it will help you a lot. Okay. Okay. For this one, I choose RIS. This one, and then I click downloads. Okay, show in folder. Okay. Close this for now. And and then import here RIS. So once I imported, this one will be the things that I downloaded recently. Okay, this one. So that will be the first step, and then the second step is I download the PDF. Okay. Oh, I see. Sign in. Okay, because I've been logged out by the open item, so I need to log in again. Okay, maybe it's same. So I download the paper. Okay, I download this one. I just put on the desktop. Okay, and this one I right click. The details here. Okay, I attach a file. Machine learning speaker. Okay, okay. So there will be two files that have been I need to download. The first one will be the citation.ris, okay, and the second one will be the PDF. Okay, the RIS one I imported from here, and then it appears here. And then to attach the PDF, I need to edit the details at your right hand side here. So I just add the file. The thing is, let's say it make your life easier. Okay, let's say if you want to read, you just click to the PDF here. Okay, and then let's say if you want to take this as sentence here, for example, you want to use in your paper or FYP, you can automatically highlight this text. Okay, and then you can put notes here. Okay, for example, notes here. Finding number 1, for example. So later on, let's say if you read through this paper, you can click to this note lah. Okay, okay. I need to use this particular findings into my paper. Okay, so you can copy or you can replace this sentence. So it will make your life easier lah by doing this. Okay, that's the things. All right. Again, the beauty of Mendeley, like I mentioned before, it will help you in doing the reference. Okay, I know some of you just get it from the APA citation generator and go to the other website and so on. But by using this Mendeley software, let's say, for example, now I in the midst of writing my previous study and so on. Okay, for example, I type something like, okay, this particular statement I quote from journal A. Okay, I want to directly include the in-text citation inside my paper. What I need to do is I just go to the reference here, because once you install the Mendeley, you need to also install the words plugin. Okay, Then you can see here, insert citation. Okay, just click to insert citation here. For example, I just go to any, maybe this one. I put OK. So automatically, this particular in-text citation will be exported into my working area or my paper here. Okay. Okay. Later on, let's say I finish writing my text there. So I want to input the citation at the references, for example. Okay. I just click to insert bibliography here. Okay. And automatically the citation will be included in the reference section. Okay. This is the beauty of the Mendeley software. As I mentioned before, let's say if you are required to have 50 reference inside your paper, you need to have 50 in text citation and 50 in 50 references or APA citation inside the reference. Okay. So by by using the Mendeley, it will help you to minimize the error. Okay. And again, the citation will generate, according to the format that you want lah. Okay. For example, for this one, I use APA. You can always change the style here. Okay. You want IEEE, okay, change IEEE, right? So it will automatically here for IEEE they have a numbered system. Let's say if you change this one to IEEE, in the in-text citation also change two numbers here. Okay, so I change back to APA. Okay, so yeah. For example, I put the second statement. I insert citation. So it will automatically arrange for you. Okay. Then so on. So, any questions?
No, sir.
No, okay. I think basically for this particular software, it's very straightforward. I think you all must more expert than me lah. You can explore yourself lah. This one. Otherwise, you can go to the Mendeley supports here, okay, to view any like tutorial and so on. Okay. Okay, this one, like I mentioned, they have a web importer. You can, for Chrome, they have a Google, Chrome extension, I think they call it. You can install Mendeley also. Okay. And then, yeah, this one for the MS Word plugin. Okay, you need to install. Okay, you go to the tools here, and then you need to click. Because currently I already have MS Word plugin installed, so I don't have. For example, for this one, install web importer. If I click this one, it will automatically install the Chrome extension for me lah, because currently I use Google Chrome. Okay. This one, same things that I've showed you before. You need to insert bibliography and so on. Okay. Okay. Okay, basically that's it for me. Any questions you may ask me? Any doubts, problems related to assessing the library resources, you can ask me. Okay. Will you share the slide in this classroom? Okay, later on I will share the slide. Maybe I will send it to Dr. Noramiza, the slide. So maybe she will share the slide to you lah. Huh? Okay, you can go to the chat box. Actually, I put the URL for you to fill up the sort of attendance and evaluation lah. So I need you have to fill up those forms. And in the meantime, let's say if you have any questions, any problems, you can ask me lah. Do you face any problem currently during the MCO accessing the digital library? So far good, okay. Thank you for the feedback, all good, okay. Do you have something like requirements set by your lecturers? How many journals that you need to put in your FYP? May I know that can I get this source if I find one source on website and the website retrieve the paper during 2001, but paper is 1987, but since that no, I refer is part not related work. Okay, for this one, you refer from website. I mean the paper is okay. The paper is 1997, not in related work. Is it two different paper or what? Okay. If the same paper, then is no issue lah. You can basically you can look at the paper details. Let's say they should be have like year, volume, and so on. So you just refer to the paper that you have, unless let's say the paper itself is two different paper, and sometimes maybe they have like similar same authors, somehow they write quite similar paper, maybe like they expand the research, for example. Okay, for example, okay, the first research published in 1997, for example, in network sensing. Okay, the area is in network sensing, for example, and then another in 2000, the same author published the same I mean the quite similar to that particular topics lah. So that one will be the maybe like expand the research and so on. Okay, so for me, let's say if the article is the same, you just use any details that you have currently at your disposal. Okay, let's say the paper is different, then I like I mentioned before, you need to quote the I mean the older one Okay, like I show you. Okay, you need to quote that particular the old paper as well. If the same article, then it's no issue. How do we web articles? Okay, you want to. So if yes, you just cite the latest date. Yes, but this particular paper that you get from the website, um, the full PDF is in 1997, right? Okay, in that case, okay, you need for that for this for this issue. Okay, now I understand. Okay, you need to use 1997 as the year of the publication, because the 2000 and for the 2021 is the date for the paper to be get included in the website. Okay, so you need to refer back to the year of the paper itself, not the website, not the date or year that you retrieve from the website. You need to check the paper itself. So not the latest date, not refer to the website. So you need to check to the paper. You need to uh, get the year of paper. Alright. How do we cite web articles? Okay, web articles is different. Um, Let me check first. Hmm. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, for the website, like I mentioned before, you can refer to the this one. This would be the basic format for web page citation. Okay, so the first one, of course, you need to put the author lah, author, and then year, month, date, and then title of page, site name, and URL. Okay. Okay, for example, for this one, that's straightforward lah. They have a author name and so on. Let's say if the resource didn't have any like authors and so on, first you need to put the group name lah. Group name, okay, year, title of page, site name, and URL. This will be the format for the web page. Okay. This one for the Wikipedia article. Okay. that would be formatting for the web page citation lah. Of course, we need to have the title and the date and the URL. Yeah, we share the URL to you, so maybe you can refer on that. Because sometimes, let's say if you are using the bibliographic citation like Mendeley did just now, it is very straightforward. Maybe this one is more captured to journal and books and so on. However, let's say if you want to make it manually, you can always use this also. You can always add the entry manually, okay, here. And then maybe web page, you can also do that. Okay, you fill up. First, you need to fill up all these details. Okay, for example, and then URL, for example, then title, for example, title. Here, this is a bit tedious for you, but in the way that you can automatically pull out this particular citation straight away to your paper okay. You just need to fill up the details. Okay, I save this. Okay, for example, okay. So yeah, this one will be the web citation okay. So that one will be the another way for you to include the citations that maybe is not available in the Mendeley. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Right. Okay. So in that case, if there is no questions from your guys, so I think that's all for this session. So I think we can stop this session now. And again, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and participation for this slot. And hopefully, let's say if you have any questions in the future, you can always contact library. Okay. Okay, you can always contact library, libdesk@mmu, email to us, libdesk@mmu, or let's say if you have a specific you want to email to me also can. You can email me at nizam.mohamed@mmu.edu.my. Okay. So I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you can successfully go through the FYP . Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. Okay, stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.